Sophie Whitney were students at Parkland, Florida's Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. That is where the February 14th massacre left 17 dead. Sophie, let me start with you. What was your reaction when you heard reports of the Thousand Oaks shooting?
Honestly, I was not surprised, and it sucks because I wake up every morning and I see these headlines, and even living through a mass shooting, and I see one come up on the news, and it's even become normal to me, and it's really scary to see how far that gun violence continues to terrorize our country and how little action is being taken by our officials.
This one, Matt, as you know, coming just 2 weeks after that despicable attack on a synagogue in Pittsburgh that left 11 people dead. You've got a unique perspective on these tragic events. Do you expect to ever see some sort of measurable change in this country's attitude toward guns? Are you in any way heartened by what we've seen over the past, few weeks and months?
Look, I was a graduate of Stoneman Douglas at the time of the shooting. My brother and sister had survived the mass shooting that happened there, and not receiving texts from them for hours as that shooting had taken place, not knowing which of my friends had lost siblings and who of the teachers that I had at that school had survived. But to even attend my community college, Santa Monica College, also had a mass shooting happen at the library there. And my cousin's college at Florida State also had a mass shooting there. To have my ex-girlfriend lose 2 friends in the Las Vegas shooting, to have my neighbor here in Parkland suffer and survive the Las Vegas mass shooting, and to have one of my best friends whose roommate is from Squirrel Hill and my best friend from Parkland have this connection through this gun violence epidemic. This is not going to end until we have elected officials that put our lives before their profits from the gun lobby. And this wave of young voters, the highest youth turnout in our nation's history in a midterm election, forcing over 38 NRA-backed politicians to start working on their resume, is a huge start for this movement.
We talked a couple of weeks ago, Matt. You were on the program along with Jacqueline Corin. I want to play just a bit of our conversation about gun reform laws. Take a listen.
We've definitely seen a lot of change on the state level and the local level. These measures need to be enacted federally, but the federal government right now is unwilling to do a lot of these new regulations, a lot of these new measures that would help a lot of people.
That's my brother. You call me a survivor. You play my brother as if it's me. Are you guys cool?
I apologize, Matt. That was a mistake. I apologize. But to the point that your brother was making, that was before the election. Democrats now control the House. Lucy McBath, she lost her son to gun violence. She was elected there in Georgia. Are you optimistic that perhaps something does get done now, at least legislatively?
Look, something has to get done. We're going to continue seeing mass shootings on the news. We're going to continue seeing young people put into caskets, and America's potential is on the front lines of our streets, at our concerts, in our bars, in our schools. There is nowhere that we are safe in America until we actually act on this. So we have no choice but to act and to change something. So I have intense optimism that something will be done because we have no choice.
I want to make sure that we can see your T-shirts here, Sophie. For folks who may not be able to see them, can you read what's on your shirt there for our viewers and listeners?
Mine says, "We are the change."
And mine says, "I don't want my friends to die anymore."
And we will leave it there. And again, my sincere apologies about the mistake there, guys. Do appreciate it. And we will be back after a quick break.
It's time now for your business of the week. Richmond, Virginia is bringing urban farming to its city limits. Bowtied Farms is just one organization that didn't look to Virginia's countryside, but to the city of Richmond. It's now supplying produce to grocery stores, farmers markets, and local restaurants. For more, watch Your Business Sunday morning at 7:30 Eastern on MSNBC.